There was a time when Eleanor Quinn believed that healing was enough. That if she measured out herbs by the pinch, stitched wounds by the light of the fire, and prayed hard enough, the world outside might leave her be. But war doesn't knock politely. It breaks the door. First, it took her brother, not in battle, but in the silence after, fighting for what he believed. Then it took the village, the fields taxed into dust, the mothers made beggars, the firewood gone before winter. And so, the mask and cloak were sewn, the pistol primed, not for revenge, for balance. They called her a thief, a ghost, a rebel. But in Hawthorn Village, they called her something else. Hope. Eleanor Quinn urged her horse along the ridge, her cloak pulled tight, her eyes scanning the valley below. That's when she saw them. Two royal tax collectors raided a small farmstead. The farmer and his wife clung to their children by the barn doors as sacks of grain were hauled onto the crown's waiting wagon. The sound of crying carried thin and brittle across the frozen air. Eleanor's stomach tightened. She had seen this too many times. A year's work stolen in an hour. A family left to starve. No justice anywhere. She spurred her horse forward, hooves striking the frozen ground like thunder rolling down the slope. Her voice cut the still air. Enough! This isn't justice. It's theft. The men glanced at each other, then laughed. One leaned in his saddle, sneering. Back to your sewing, lass. This is no place for a farmer's daughter. With a crack of reins, they wheeled their horses and rode on. Eleanor sat frozen in the saddle, anger burning hotter than the winter sun. For the first time, she felt powerless. And she hated it. That night, the house was silent but for the crackle of the hearth. The wind rattled the shutters, slipping cold fingers through the cracks. Eleanor sat at the table, her gloves discarded, her hands raw from the reins. Before her lay a folded black kerchief, her brother's, frayed and worn. She stared at it as though it might still hold his voice. She remembered his laughter, quick and reckless. The way he spoke of justice as though it were a prize within reach. The nights he rode masked with other men, cloaks snapping like banners in the dark. And the day he never came home. The village had whispered the lesson ever since. Don't cause trouble, or trouble will find you out. Her fingers traced the seams, slow, hesitant. For a moment she lifted the cloth, feeling its weight against her skin. Then she lowered it, setting it back on the table. From the corner, Marshal Quinn watched. His voice was low, worn by grief. Your brother thought the same way, that he could change the world with a mask and a pistol. Eleanor didn't meet his gaze. Instead, she stared at the kerchief, her jaw tight. She didn't need to wear it to know the truth. The decision was already made.